Hi guys, this video talks about the God's Window, which is a popular vantage point along the Drakensberg escarpment at the southern extremity of the natural reserve. God's Window is located on the R534, approximately 9 km from Graskop. With magnificent views, canyons, rock formation, and waterfalls, God's Window is truly an area of breathtaking scenic splendor. It is no wonder that Mpumalanga is known as Paradise Country inside Rainbow Nation. There are a lot of curio stalls and toilet facilities at the parking area. For just 10 rands, one can witness one of the most magnificent sights in South Africa. God's Window is truly a popular sight, and for a good reason. One can spend hours here just admiring the unsurpassed scenery. God's Window is so called for the panoramic view of the low veld more than 900 meters down into the lush indigenous forest clad ravine. The majestic cliff plunges over 700 meters to the low veld and the private game reserves, which have made area one of the South Africa's main wildlife destinations. God's Window is a small part of a 250-kilometer long earthwork of sheer cliffs and extravagant beauty. One can observe the hills and forest as far as the eye can see. In fact, it seems as if one can see forever. An interesting fact about the God's Window is that it features prominently in the plot of 1980 cult film The Gods Must Be Crazy. Near the end of the movie, the Bushman character Z travels to God's Window and due to some low-lying cloud cover believes it to be the end of the earth. The original window is a rock that is set further back on a private farm, and due to quarry operations and tree plantation farming, this actual rock that looks like a square window could not be used. Therefore, the site was moved by the government to the edge of the escarpment. The viewing sites are provided along the length of the spectacular Blind River Canyon, including God's Window, and there are numerous fantastic walks, hiking, horse and mountain bike trails. From the parking area, a very steep 79 steps footpath along the edge of the escarpment leads to the actual viewpoints. For the best lookout points and exotic forest plants, steer away from the crowds and hike up into the clouds and the misty rainforest. Make sure you take a few refreshments along as it is very humid and an extremely steep and strenuous walk. God's Window and Graskop are perfectly en route stopping points for those who visiting the most famous Kruger National Park. Coming to the fauna of this area, the high plateaus are inhabited by mountain reedbuck, baboon troops, and rock hyraxes, impala, kudu, blue wild beast, waterbuck and zebra roam the wooded Lowveld area. Hippo and crocodile are present only in the Blind River Boot Dam. Some of the flat gecko and birds which are associated with flowering plants of the higher slopes are found here.
No, just leave it. It's on now. Just hold it.
Oh, okay. No, don't go with this guy.
The view from God's Window has inspired and amazed thousands of painters and photographers from all over the world.
We're not in. You must tell them this man is a horseman. Naveen, listen, when you get there, tell them this man is a horseman. Yeah, horseman.
You can just stop it.
Stop the video.
So coming to the flora of this region, 10 species of the Proteaceae occur within the reserve's confines, among which the Blight River Protea, which is endemic to the canyon.
Oh, yeah, sure.
The reserve is fringed to the east by the Mariskope and Glacieri Waterfall Nature Reserves and the Mpumalanga Forestry Region below the escarpment. National park status have been considered if some adjacent areas were to be incorporated and their forestry activities were discontinued. Percy Fitzpatrick and George Fullerton's summer quarters or transport riders during the 1880s was situated at Paradise Camp, some 6 kilometers south of God's Window, and similarly placed on the edge of the escarpment. Close to God's Window are several waterfalls, including Burling Falls and Lisbon Falls.
Oh, cheers. Oh, nice. Enjoy. No, wait a lot. Hey, this is a black cobra.
Black cobra, you say?
Yeah.